Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Brev. Welcome to another MLB The Show 21 video. In this one, I'm going to be going over all three players from the first inning boss choice pack and giving my opinions on which ones you should take to help improve your squad the most. Friendly reminder to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I post a ton of MLB The Show content that I'm sure you'll enjoy, and that helps me out as well. Just want to put this disclaimer in the beginning. These are just my opinions. I am a top player on this game, but at the end of the day, this is subjective stuff. If you disagree with me, that's okay. And if one of these cards is one of your favorite players of all time, just pick them, man. It's all about having fun on this game. That being said, though, my advice comes from a competitive standpoint and which card is going to improve your team the most inside of the gameplay. And a friendly reminder to follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Those links are next to my face cam. Starting off with 93 overall, Fernando Valenzuela, new legend in the game this year. Always exciting to have new guys to play with. That being said, if I'm being honest with myself and you guys, I think this card looks pretty bad. I understand they showed on screen that he has a primary screwball and that it has 99 control and 94 break. However, screwballs historically have been one of the worst pitches in the entire game, and if you hang one down the middle, it's probably going 500 feet. Could change with pinpoint pitching this year if he's able to put that screwball on the corner every single time. Obviously, that's going to get tougher, but in general, screwball just not a very good pitch. He also only throws 4 pitches, and 2 of them are curveballs, essentially. The extremely slow circle changeup will probably be his best pitch, but it's going to be his pitch with the worst control most likely, considering it's its 4th best pitch on the card. And a velocity of 92 miles an hour is just so slow. Velocity is king for a lot of pitchers in this game, and he just doesn't have any of it. He's also not helped by the fact that he's a left-handed pitcher who is probably going to struggle in the meta early on, considering collection rewards like Chipper Jones are maxed out against lefties and Alfonso Soriano hits lefties better. This card's really going to struggle against teams that have completed collections early on, and he also doesn't have anything hard to throw except for just the 4-seamer. So if it's coming in hot to their strike zone, they know it's just a 4-seam and that it's going to go straight. There's nothing like a sinker or a cutter that will help miss people's PCIs with a high velocity pitch. I know starting pitching is hard to come by early in the game cycle, and this guy will probably find his way into a lot of people's rotations, but just don't expect to go out there and dominate anybody with a card like this. It's a very cute card, almost like a left-handed Juan Marichal, who historically has not been very good on this game. Should have mentioned earlier as well that these inning bosses are sellable, so even though you only get to pick one of them when you complete the program, you can always buy 1 or 2 of the other ones if you want all of them for your squad. So for me personally, Fernando Valenzuela is out, but the choice between Mike Piazza and Kenny Lofton is actually a very close one, I think. Catcher is historically a very shallow position, especially early on in the year, and it seems to be like that even more so this year. The last 2 years, we've at least had a collection reward that could play catcher. In 19, it was Ivan Rodriguez. Last year, it was Craig Biggio. This year, we do not have a catcher eligible player as part of the live series collection, so early options at catcher are very slim picking. We do have Salvador Perez's 42 card in the Royals Team Affinity, which I think is going to be a very good card, but other than that and this guy, there's honestly not a whole lot of crazy good options early on at the catcher position. I'm always a little hesitant with Mike Piazza cards because his swing is very slow and a lot of people struggle with it. It's definitely something that takes getting used to, and you have to consciously tell yourself to swing earlier, especially when you're facing right-handed pitching, and double especially when you're facing a righty who can throw a sinker in on your hands. Historically, however, if you can get good timing with Mike Piazza and square up the ball, it goes a long way. He does get rewarded a lot for good swings on this game, and this power at the catcher position early on in the year is going to be very valuable. Even against righties still carrying 89 contact, 91 power, that is nothing to shake a stick at early on in the year. I think this card is incredibly viable at a very shallow position to start the year, and so I'm ranking him very high in this video. And third, we have this 93 Kenny Lofton card, which is about as ideal of an early game outfielder as you can ask for. This card is actually so crazy good at this point in the year. He's got the 90+ contact to both sides, so he's not going to struggle squaring up the ball. Kenny Lofton also has a very beloved swing by the community in this game. It's a 2-handed compact follow through. He gets very glitchy exit velocities, so I can imagine he's going to play well above his power numbers. With a swing like Kenny Lofton, 56 power is more than enough to hit the ball out of the yard if you square it up. Additionally, this card brings Diamond Defense in center field along with 98 speed, two incredibly high and important attributes to have in your lineup during the first month. It's incredibly rare to have an outfielder this early on who has Diamond Defense and also almost maxed out speed. This guy is going to be running down everything in center field. He's going to play noticeably better than so many other options in center field, with the only person comparable maybe somebody like Live Series Byron Buxton, who will have similar defense and speed. But all things considered, this card checks all of the boxes. And don't worry about that arm strength. I personally value arm strength very low as an attribute. I don't think it makes a huge difference at the margins very often, and I'd much rather have a guy out there who can run down more fly balls with that fielding and speed than somebody with a strong arm. So high contact, almost maxed out speed, Diamond Defense in center field, and enough pop to hit it out if you square it up with an amazing swing. Kenny Lofton, this card is incredible. The only reason the choice is comparable to Mike Piazza is because obviously outfield is a much deeper position than catcher, especially this year. So you may find yourself with three outfielders that you already like and you don't think Kenny Lofton would be as big of an upgrade for you, and that's okay. One final thing I forgot to mention when discussing Fernando Valenzuela as well before I wrap it up, give my summary and final opinions, is that when you choose a pitcher out of this pack, he's only able to play for you every 5th game, right? Whereas if you take Mike Piazza or Kenny Lofton, they're able to be in your lineup every single game, so that's definitely a factor as well. If you take Valenzuela, he's going to only be playing 20% of the time compared to the other two choices. So in summary, I think Fernando Valenzuela is out in a competitive standpoint. I won't be picking him. I think if he gets cheap enough, I may add him just to have a 4th or 5th starter early on in the year. But I really don't see a world where this card is good, if I'm being honest with you, which is kind of disappointing. But that's how he played in real life. Good screwball, didn't throw hard, just doesn't translate too well in the game, I don't think. So that leaves two choices between 93 Kenny Lofton and 91 Mike Piazza. If I absolutely had to choose only one, I would go with Piazza. I think having a catcher with this much power is more valuable early on in the game cycle than an outfielder because there are so many outfield options. But I can't stress enough to you guys just how good this Kenny Lofton card is, especially early on. And I will be doing everything in my power to pick up both Kenny Lofton and Mike Piazza. I'm going to be choosing one and buying the other one. Both Kenny Lofton and Mike Piazza could easily be holding down their positions for you for 1 to 2 months at least. So that's all I had for this video regarding who you should take out of the first inning boss choice pack. Hope this advice was helpful for you guys. Let me know down in the comment section below who you're picking, if you're going to pick up more than one, and if you agree with me, disagree with me, would love to hear your input. Friendly reminder again to like the video, subscribe to the channel, you will not regret it. And just wanted to do one more shameless plug. I will be doing a ton of content this year regarding advice in Diamond Dynasty, what cards to take. They do these inning boss programs every single season, which lasts about 30 days. And I really pride myself on being a resource for this community and someone who you can come to for advice. So if you ever have any questions or you want to interact with me live, be sure to check me out at twitch.tv/cbrev. I am a Twitch partner over there. I am more than willing to answer any of your guys' questions, and I'm sure you could learn a lot from just being there. Plus, we have an incredible community over there. Could not be happier with the support that I've gathered over the last year in MLB The Show 20. Appreciate all your guys' support this year. Take care, and I'll see you next time.